Alright, hey, welcome. It's Chris Petri. We're doing another video on oils. So basically, we covered some really interesting things our first couple of videos. We did the color wheel, which is basically getting our colors onto our color wheel and then breaking down our colors into more of grayish colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors. So you'll see that we did these boards here. So we have our color wheel, tertiary colors. We have our color wheel here. We did our primaries and our secondaries. So you can kind of see that the first few videos that we've created now with oils, and this is for those of you that want to kind of try out oils a little bit, work in a different medium, maybe branch out, see if you like it, if you can add it to your repertoire. I'm doing the same thing. So here we're going to do priming a canvas. Basically, you're going to learn here just on a quick informational video. We're going to cover how to prime your canvas with a basically like a warm or a cool primer. So I have my two colors I'm going to use, just burnt umber and titanium white. We'll mix these two together to make like a kind of like a really nice warm tone to go on top of this canvas. And then you can actually add a little bit of French ultramarine blue if you want to make it a little cooler. We might do that. We might add a little bit of French ultramarine blue to our burnt umber when we do this here. I have here on the left side, I have some palette paper, Strathmore palette paper. It's basically like a waxed paper. So you can just peel off sheets as you go. Incidentally, I have most of my art supplies are right down in the description box below. All the art supplies I use for oil painting are basically below. So you can check those out. You might have to click on the word more. Sometimes more information or more. If you click on that, you'll see that there's all links. You can go right over to Amazon and you can purchase any one of these products that we might have. We have some paints. We might have some canvases there, boards, brushes, different things like that. And then you'll shop around too if you want. And if you ever have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll try to answer your questions quickly and efficiently. So again, we're going to prime this canvas and then let it dry, and then we'll be ready to paint on this for the next video. So basically what I did here was I put some double stick tape on my canvas, and this is a nice wooden frame with canvas stretched on top. And I'll just set this on my working board here on my table, and I'll just press down a little bit so that it kind of stays in place and doesn't move around, and that's fine. That's good. Then we're going to just basically, we're working with oils that are water mixable. So that means you're not dealing with any harsh chemicals or anything like that. These are beautiful water mixable oil paints. So you don't need to do any precautionary things. You just work just like, they're just pretty much the same as watercolor paints. So we'll take some burnt umber here. We'll squeeze out some burnt umber like that. And then we're going to also put some titanium white out too as well. And that might be a little bit more. We'll do that. So we're going to try to mix up again a good half tone, which would be half tone between black and white. So we're going to try to aim for going between black and white for this tone on our canvas. I'll maybe add a little bit of French ultramarine blue, just so we have a little bit of coolness in the warm colors that we're going to mix. And that should be good. Now we'll take our brush. We're going to use a flat brush. I'm using my Da Vinci flat brush here. It's a 30 millimeter Da Vinci. This is an acrylic and oil brush. So this really will work nicely. So basically, let's take our titanium white and start to just mix it out a little bit here, and then start to introduce some of that burnt umber in there. Now, I've done a little bit of studying on this over the last couple years. I've been working hard at trying to study up on oil painting. Basically, we're looking for something very similar to the color of cardboard, the tone, like the tone of cardboard. So if you can imagine, we're going to want to take this burnt umber and mix it and see if we can get the same tone as the cardboard. And we'll add a little bit of blue to that. And then we'll see how that looks. How does that look? If you squint your eyes, and look at this, you'll see it's kind of similar in tone. Maybe we need to add a little more of that white. How does that look? If you squint your eyes, okay, we might need to add a little bit of more of the brown, burnt umber, just to get a little bit darker. So again, we're kind of shooting for the tonal value of the cardboard, which is the lightness or the lightness or the darkness of this cardboard. So if we can get that, we're going to be in good shape. And I think we're about there. Yeah, that's pretty close. If I squint my eyes, that's almost the same. So that's what we're looking for. So now we're going to take this and we're just going to cover our canvas with that. And if we have extra paint, we might even do a second canvas. So we'll prime a few as we go. But this is what we're going to use our next time. When we get together, we're going to create a painting. We're going to have our canvas here primed, and it's going to be dry at that time. So it'll be dry, and we'll have a nice tone on our canvas board here, so that when we paint on it, we're not painting on white canvas. We want to have a tone on there that's going to look good. That's going to be halfway between white and black. So this is like the half tone between white and black. And there we have it. And it looks like we have plenty of extra paint. Let's see if we can find another board and try to create another board. We can prime another board if let's do it. All right, I'll set this across from me. And so I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go across my studio. I have other boards and canvases across in my studio. I just have to, go across the way and bring them over here. But I think I have enough paint to do at least one more. So let's do a second one, okay? So I'll just take a quick break right now, and then we'll come right back and we'll create another board. Maybe we'll add a little more blue to this to make this a little bit of a cooler board. The first one we did, I think, is pretty warm. We can kind of see that's a pretty warm, I think, prime. It's definitely got that nice earthy, warm kind of feel to that. Let's see if we can get something maybe a little cooler. We'll add a little more ultramarine blue to French ultramarine blue to our canvas color to prime our canvas. The next one a little bit cooler. Maybe we'll make a rainy day style or seascape style painting with that one, with that cooler canvas, okay? But that one here, this one's a little warmer. This might be good for like a really sunny day, like a summer scene, maybe like a landscape painting. We'll see. We'll come up with some really good creative ideas on what we're going to do. But we're just going along here with our oil painting series here, and we're just kind of going through all the steps that we're going to need to kind of follow along with, and this will kind of help us to just get more acclimated to doing some oil painting work. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. And I'm thinking maybe some of you are really excited about this. Other of you, I know many of you are just like, no, I'm just doing nothing but watercolors, and that's fine, absolutely fine. But I do know that some of you probably are interested in doing some oils. So that's why I'm doing this. And as well as I'm interested in oils now too. I've been studying oils now for a couple years, but I haven't done a lot of serious work with it. And but I definitely have been researching it, watching a lot of videos, reading books, and following it. So, I'm really kind of getting myself really into the swing of things when it comes to oil painting. So I'm going to definitely be branching out into oils just in the same fashion that I am with watercolors. So I'm hoping some of you will be interested, and we might even have to create another channel on my YouTube circuit. So I might create another channel because I know some of you might get maybe perhaps you might not be happy with a lot of the videos that are coming in with the oil paintings now, and you might get confused as to what we're doing, oils or watercolors. So I don't want to do that. You'll let me know in the comment section. Leave me comments in the comment section if you feel that these oil painting videos are kind of disrupting the flow of things with the watercolors, because but always I'll put oils in the title of the videos, so that at least I will do. The first word in all of my oil painting videos will be oils, so you kind of know right away, oh, oils, you see oils, then you know either if you're interested in oils, you're going to be clicking on that and getting started with us. But if you're not, well, you're just going to not even pay attention to it. And that's fine. Okay. All right. So let's come back in just a second. We'll get another board primed up and ready to go. We're going to let those dry. And then next week when we come back, we'll have some boards to work on, and we'll create a couple of oil paintings. Okay, I had just went across the studio. I found a board. So this is more or less a board versus a canvas. So this is a pressed board with canvas over top. We'll take this and we'll take the plastic off it. Okay, so we have our plastic. I'll zoom out a little bit. I think this is a little bit larger. Maybe we'll see if we could spin it this way. There we go. Okay, there we have it. So this board is 9 by 12. Our first canvas was 8 by 6. Okay, and then we said we're going to make this a little cooler. This canvas, this might be like a rainy day scene or something like that. We'll add a little bit of French ultramarine blue, and we can even add a little bit of water to it as well. I think it'll be fine to thin it down just a touch. Okay. And that's quite a bit cooler. You can kind of see that, a little bit cooler. I'm just going to add some water to this. We can add water to our prime. And the main thing is you just want to cover it all, the board here. And you don't have to be extremely fussy about how you're covering it. It could have some texture to it. You don't have to do like everything exact, or you could just be more exacting and just go right across in a parallel fashion here across the board like that. But you can kind of see we really and we've got this board covered. Perfect. Just enough. Alright, so this is how we prime our boards with oil painting. This one's a little cooler. You can kind of see it's a little bit, we added that little bit of French ultramarine blue. This one is more warm. So you can see this one's warmer. It's got just more burnt umber and white. Then we added a little more French ultramarine blue with the burnt umber and white paint. And we got that cooler feel to this. And now we're all set. So let's, we're going to set these aside in our studio. In your house, if you're going to do this, you just put these aside someplace that's safe, that no one's going to be touching them and fussing and fiddling with them. And then you let them dry for maybe about 3-4 days or about a week. I think about a week should be fine. So next week when we come back, we're going to have these canvases ready to go. They'll be dry for us. And we'll be able to create some beautiful oil paintings with these. I think we're going to do a cooler type of scene, maybe like a rainy day scene, maybe a city scene, a cityscape. And then maybe we'll do on this warmer canvas, maybe we'll do like a landscape where we're going to have like maybe a cabin or like a country house with like some beautiful greens and trees and fields and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do a seascape with this one. Who knows? Or maybe we'll do a seascape with this one. Here, the cooler one. We'll take it one day at a time here as we go. But these oil paintings are going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot of new things. It's going to pique your curiosity, especially if you're interested in learning something new. All right, so we'll come back in about a week. We'll let these dry, and then we should be ready to paint. Okay, we'll see you in about a week with our oil painting.